You don't quit because you're lazy. If that were true, you wouldn't keep starting over again and again. There's something deeper happening inside you, and once you understand it, the way you see yourself will completely change. You start things with intensity, a new plan, a new routine, a new version of yourself. And for a few days, it feels real. You feel focused, clear, and in control. It feels like you finally figured your life out. But then something shifts, not suddenly, but quietly. The excitement fades, the routine feels heavier, and without even noticing, you begin to disconnect from what you started. And the confusing part is, you still care. That's what makes it painful, because if you didn't care, this wouldn't bother you. But you do care. You just don't feel like the same person anymore. Now, look at this carefully. Imagine someone who genuinely loves music. They decide they want to become a music director. They start learning, practicing, and thinking like that person. For a few days, they fully feel like they are becoming that version of themselves. It feels exciting and meaningful. But then one day, one of their friends gets a high-paying job. Suddenly, something shifts inside. They start thinking about stability, income, and respect. They begin to imagine themselves in that role instead. Slowly, music fades away, not because they stopped loving it, but because a new identity feels more secure and more powerful. And this doesn't happen just once. It keeps repeating. You see someone successful, and your mind begins to move in that direction. You watch a different lifestyle, and you start imagining yourself there. You feel inspired, and you restart your life again. Each time it feels real, but each time it doesn't last. So the real question is not why you can't stay consistent. The real question is why you keep becoming someone new. Your brain is constantly trying to answer one question: who am I? But it doesn't answer logically, it answers emotionally. Every day, you compare yourself to others. When you see someone succeed, your brain starts imagining that life as yours. And without realizing it, your identity begins to shift. That's why one day you feel like an artist, and the next day something completely different. You're not confused, you're overloaded. Then comes dopamine. New beginnings feel exciting, full of energy and purpose. But your brain rewards novelty, not consistency. So when things become routine, the excitement fades, and you look for something new. Here's the real problem. Your brain only believes what you repeat. Not your goals, not your intentions, your actions. If you keep switching, nothing sticks. Your identity never stabilizes. So stop turning every interest into who you are. Pause when you feel the urge to change. And instead of chasing excitement, ask, what am I willing to repeat even when it's boring? Because identity isn't built in excitement, it's built in consistency. You don't lack discipline, you just need an anchor. And sometimes, growth isn't about finding something new, it's about staying long enough to become it.